Hello, Cowboy fans, and welcome to yet another edition of the Cowboy Tweet Tracker. This is NFL week number 12. We just got done with week 11 with a big win against the Washington Redskins. I love the game. I know you probably love the game. So let's get into the tweets that came in afterwards. The first tweet is coming up here from Barry Church, the safety for the Dallas Cowboys. He played a lot in this game. Said, quote, "My legs feel like linguine, but a good win for the Cowboys nation." And, of course, we're going to need Barry's help because it appears that Gerald Sensabaugh probably won't play for Thanksgiving. Another tweet here from our buddy, wide receiver AOA, as we call him, because it's too hard to pronounce his name. But AOA, got to give him a lot of credit, was not really impressed with his returns during the game. But I got to give it to a man who stands up and takes his due or takes his lump, so to speak. A lot of these players in the NFL, they have a bad game. They want to blame other people or the situation or the scheme or you name it. And this guy, we had someone that tweeted him, said, "How are you doing out there, cuz?" And AOA tweeted back, "Ain't nothing special. Got to get better." So you got to like that. There's a man who steps up, takes responsibility for his play, and knows that he has to get better to remain on this team. So hats off to him. Next, coming in from another wide receiver, Des Bryant. He actually retweeted Brandon Banks, who said to him before the game, "You already know, bro, we need a win. We know you all coming with it, but we ready, though ain't nothing like it. Skins versus Cowboys." And so Des had retweeted that, and they had a little conversation going back and forth. And so I thought that was kind of interesting, a little debate back and forth between the Redskin and the Cowboy wide receiver there. Now, there was a Redskin wide receiver who didn't take this game so well. Apparently, a Cowboy fan by the name of Blake McIntyre tweeted him, LMAO, 3-9, because now the Redskins after the game were 3-9. And, you know, I hate to even kind of dirty this show up by covering tweets of Redskins, but I felt like I had to cover this because I felt like it gave you an idea about what some of those Redskin players are like. And here's what he tweets. He says, 3-7 ain't a record to be proud of. I'm just proud I ain't you. Get a life or kill yourself. So that's what he put out. And all of a sudden, the Twitter sphere just went nuts on this guy, as they should. I mean, you don't want to be telling people like that. And there's kids. I mean, this guy could have been a kid. Who knows? Anyway, he took so much heat that he ended up tweeting several days later, "Haha, I see Twitter give a lot of people courage. Wonder what would happen for real. I'm done with this Twitter S." So I don't know if he's finished or not, but boy, I'll tell you, there's a person who A, doesn't know how to handle a loss, and B, doesn't know how to handle Twitter. And we're sorry to even have to subject you to any Redskin tweets in there, but we felt like it was part of the coverage. Now, interestingly enough, Barry Church, believe this or not, I was actually sitting there on Saturday night, kind of just checking out, seeing what's happening on Twitter, seeing what the Cowboys are tweeting. And Barry Church tweets out, "Who trying to Skype? I'm bored." And seriously enough, this guy actually engaged, I guess, about five or six different people on Saturday night in different conversations. And I mean, what a kind of a cool thing, huh? I mean, as a fan, to have an impromptu opportunity to get a one-on-one chat with Barry Church, not some part of some big promotion or, you know, big plan or anything. And just kind of like, hey, if you're out there, hit me up. And, you know, if I feel like it, maybe I'll connect with you on Skype. So actually, he types in here, LMAO at these Skype convos. So apparently he had a good time doing that and got some good interactions with some Cowboy fans. Moving on, Abe Elam says in his tweet, "The junkiest two lockers in the NFL are Frank Walker and Tony Romo, making my property value go down." And this is hilarious because Abe actually took a picture of this and tweeted it out. And here you can see Frank Walker's locker on the left and Romo's on the right. And actually, they're kind of so messy that they're literally spilling into each other at this point. So, but, you know, Frank Walker, he's not a guy you could mess with. Pretty mean on the field. And I guess this is, even if you're his friend, watch out. Because Frank got that tweet and said back to A.B. Elam, "You need to tweet on how much makeup you be wearing instead of how me and Tony Locker look, you little Ethiopian supermodel." So now, keep in mind, these guys are tight. So you don't want to be in Frank Walker's bad side because that's what it's like being on his good side. So Abe Elam, not done with the issue, says, "Upon request, this is what a professional football locker is supposed to look like." And he tweets out his picture here in the center between Frank Walker and Terrence Newman. Now, I asked this to Elam in a tweet, but I'm not sure what that picture of is in his locker. It looks kind of like the Jackson 5. So I'd be real curious to know if that's what he is. He has a picture of, or if that's something else. So hopefully we'll find that out. Marty Bennett, this guy was plugging his clothing line just in about every tweet. He even tweeted something about giving clothing line items to his parents for their anniversary, which I'm sure they're just thrilled to get rocket dope or whatever it is, clothing wear for their anniversary. Can you imagine that? But here's his kind of personality. The eclectic Marty B tweets here, studying Greek mythology and the way of the ninja in my spare time. And actually, Marty B had a phenomenal game, so maybe that is helping him out, the studying the ninja stuff. Back to AOA. I thought this is hilarious. AOA's got to have a good sense of humor because he types out, "This is crazy. Man arrested for injecting cement into women's butts." And he gives a link to the story. I didn't put the story up, but it's about this guy who had this concoction of cement, sealant, tire sealant, and super glue, and he was doing that for booty enhancements. So AOA found humor in that, and I found humor that AOA was tweeting that. And the next funny thing he tweets is, phone about to die. Shout out to Des Bryant for losing my charger. So I thought that was kind of funny. He calls out Des, who did not return his phone charger, apparently. Next tweet from Gerald Sensabaugh. You know, great guy here, always doing things for charity and for other people. And he has a tweet here. It says, please check out and bid on my custom-made cleats. All proceeds go to benefit the One Society and Children's Medical Center. So this is pretty cool. And actually, about 3 or 4 years ago, my mom wanted to know what to get me for Christmas. And I was able to tell her a pair of Felix Jones's socks that he wore in a game. And she bought that off of some Cowboy fan site. And I got those sent to me. So I was really thinking about rounding my collection out with a Sensabaugh pair of shoes. And here they are. He's got his custom shoes. They say Sensi in the back, 43. And apparently if you bid on these and you win these, he will autograph them. So you might want to check his tweet stream out and get the link to that so you can visit that auction. Montre Holland, I love this guy. He is busting open holes for DeMarco Murray. Great guy on Twitter, funny. He has a tweet out that says, just had to go beat up the boogeyman for my 3-year-old. He didn't have a chance, LOL. And I thought that's funny. Can you imagine if you were scared of the dark as a kid or something? And it's like, who am I going to call? I'm going to call my dad, like my 300-pound hulking dad that's going to take care of the boogeyman. Apparently that solves all the issues when it comes to being scared. Frank Walker has been tweeting like crazy about the Thanksgiving party that he's hosting. Says this will be the #1 party in the city this Thanksgiving night, and proceeds will help my foundation. Crazy and fly. And so you can check it out here. They've got Frank Walker, Loren Robinson, Tyron Smith, and Montre Holland all being part of this party. So it's the 6th annual Celebrity Cowboy Thanksgiving after game party. So Google that if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That'd be pretty cool. My understanding is there's no cover charge to get in, but if you want special tickets to get ahead of the line, those are $30. And so that's kind of a nice opportunity maybe to meet some Cowboy players. Now this last part of the show, we're going to finish up with a few feel-good tweets. Here from Brady James tweets out, it was an honor to meet Trevon Hilliard. He's an inspiring young man fighting cancer with a courageous spirit. So Brady James, class act. You know, all of his tweets are usually linked to his foundation and helping to fight cancer. And here apparently he's going to visit, kids in the hospital who have cancer. So stand-up guy. And Jesse Holly, he tweets here, wow, what a powerful, amazing, gratifying time I had with all 7 families at Albertsons tonight. And as you know, if you've seen the show before, we've covered this a couple times. Jesse actually has a charity activity where each week he takes a different family to Albertsons and they go and buy $2 worth of groceries. And so this week they did a special promotion where they did his jersey number, 1 + 6 = 7, and took 7 families out. And here is a picture of the whole group. So a lot of shopping carts, and it's really cool. You see the turkeys underneath those shopping carts. So probably making it a great Thanksgiving for at least 7 families in the greater Fort Worth area, Dallas-Fort Worth area. So hats off to Jesse Holly for doing his good work and doing his charity right. And that wraps it up for NFL Week number 12 for the Cowboy Tweet Tracker. We hope you enjoyed this show. Let's cross our fingers. I think we're going to have a big win against the Dolphins tomorrow on Thanksgiving. And then we can just kick back and relax and watch everybody else lose on Sunday, right? So until the next show, stay tweeting and stay watching the Cowboy Tweet Tracker. Thanks much.